Canada is the second largest country in the world in land area, with about 10 million square kilometers. However, most of this area is practically uninhabited. According to the 2021 census, Canada has a population of approximately 38 million inhabitants, which results in a population density of only 4 people per square kilometer. For comparison, China has a density of 153 people per square kilometer. But why is Canada so empty? What are the factors that explain this low human occupation in such a large and rich country? The answer to this question involves several historical, geographical, economic, and cultural aspects. Let's analyze each one of them below. Canada was colonized by Europeans from the 16th century, mainly by the French and the English. These colonizers settled in the eastern region of the country, where the climate was milder and the lands were more fertile. They dedicated themselves mainly to the exploitation of natural resources, such as fur, wood, and fishing. The native population, formed by various indigenous peoples, was decimated by diseases, wars, and exploitation. The European colonists had no interest in occupying the interior of the country, which was seen as a vast and inhospitable wild region. It was only in the 19th century that Canada began to expand its borders to the west, motivated by the gold rush, the construction of railways, and the territorial dispute with the United States. In this process, the Canadian government encouraged the immigration of Europeans, especially of British, Irish, Scottish, and Ukrainians, to populate the new provinces and territories. These immigrants dedicated themselves mainly to agriculture and livestock, taking advantage of the vast plains and prairies of the center of the country. However, they faced many difficulties, such as the harsh climate, the pests, the droughts, the conflicts with the indigenous people, and the lack of infrastructure. In the 20th century, Canada underwent a process of industrialization and urbanization, which attracted more immigrants from different parts of the world, especially from Europe, Asia, and the Caribbean. These immigrants concentrated in the big cities such as Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Ottawa, where there were more opportunities for employment, education, health, and leisure. Thus, Canada became a multicultural and cosmopolitan country, but also very unequal and heterogeneous. Canada is a country of geographical contrasts. It has a great diversity of landscapes, climates, ecosystems, and natural resources. However, this diversity also imposes limits and challenges for human occupation. The eastern region of Canada is formed by lowlands, plains, and hills, bathed by the Atlantic Ocean and the Great Lakes. This region has a temperate climate, with 4 well-defined seasons and a vegetation of deciduous and coniferous forests. It is the oldest and most populous region of the country, where the main cities, such as Toronto, Montreal, Quebec, and Ottawa, are located. It is also the most developed region economically, with emphasis on the activities of industry, commerce, services, tourism, and fishing. The central region of Canada is formed by plateaus, plains, and prairies bathed by the Arctic Ocean and the St. Lawrence River. This region has a continental climate, with hot summers and cold winters, and a vegetation of boreal forests and tundras. It is the most extensive and empty region of the country, where the provinces of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta, and the territories of Yukon, Nunavut, and Northwest Territories are located. It is also the region richest in natural resources such as oil, natural gas, minerals, wood, and water. The western region of Canada is formed by mountains, valleys, and islands bathed by the Pacific Ocean and the Columbia River. This region has a varied climate, from the oceanic to the subarctic, and a vegetation of temperate and alpine forests. It is the newest and most dynamic region of the country, where the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta and the territory of Yukon are located. It is also the most culturally diverse region, with a strong presence of Asian immigrants, especially Chinese and Indians. The main economic activities are tourism, high-tech industry, fishing, forestry, and viticulture. As you can see, Canada is a country that offers many possibilities but also many challenges. Human occupation is uneven and concentrated in the most favorable regions, while the most inhospitable regions remain empty or sparsely inhabited. In addition, Canada faces problems such as the aging of the population, the shortage of skilled labor, environmental pollution, climate change, social tensions, and the claims of Indigenous peoples. Canada is a fascinating country that combines natural beauty, cultural diversity, economic development, and quality of life. However, it is also a complex country that needs to deal with the consequences of its history, its geography, and its society. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave your like, to subscribe to the channel, and to activate the bell to receive the notifications of the next videos. And if you have any suggestion, question, or criticism, leave it in the comments that I will read and answer everything. A big hug, and see you next time.